All right, so welcome back to Nerds, Nerds, and More Nerds.
Wait, don't you have to push her?
My name is Miguel.
My name is Travis.
Cool.
And together, we're... Gonna roll the intro music.
Oh, man.
Awkward silence.
That intro music lasted a long time.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Goodness.
Cool. All right.
Speaking of intro music, actually.
Intro now. Here we go.
So we're going to need to come up with our own thing soon.
Yeah. Maybe for season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Season 2 coming to you 2019.
Get ready, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more to talk about.
It's going to be bigger, better,
and
the best podcast ever.
That's right.
Hey, this Nerdmobile ain't losing no momentum.
No, it ain't.
We're not skipping weeks.
No,
Even though
certainly
Not on purpose.
Even though Miguel just suggested, we could probably skip some weeks.
Nah, man, it's because we had to skip a couple weeks this year.
We did. Yeah, there are holidays. There are other things. I don't think there'll be any babies born.
No.
I don't think.
Why are you guys looking at me? like I'm known for making babies.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
You.
I had the nerve to stare at you.
Right on.
Wow. There's only one married person in this room, people, and they were looking at me when the babies was mentioned.
You
guys.
I was looking at you.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know what'll happen.
Yeah, man.
Never know. Speaking of which, you never know when someone's going to come out with their own new gaming consoles.
Who did that?
Dude. Okay, so I thought that I wasn't gonna have too much interesting to talk about today.
Right.
Then this happened today.
Toshiba just dropped a really cool console, huh?
Dude, it's even more ridiculous than that.
What?
It is a single person. It is Soulja Boy.
Oh my god. Then we don't need to take that seriously.
No.
That's all we're going to mention about Soulja Boy.
Here's the thing. I saw this today and I thought it was so funny because I was on another YouTube site, John Riggs. Shout out to John Riggs. He's cool.
John Riggs. Shout out to you, man.
He's a cool dude. So he was showing off this whole Soulja Boy nonsense. And it looks like what he did was he took a really cheap handheld console and a really cheap it looks like an Xbox, but it's just like a knockoff box that you can put ROM simulators and stuff on.
Okay, sick.
So he did this. He bought these then slapped his name on them.
He made a console-sized handheld.
No, so he made 2 different ones. So he made a handheld console, and then he made like a hook up to your TV console, like a home console. Yeah, like a system. Yeah, and so he didn't even make them. He just went on, the dark web to some. I'm assuming it was made in China.
Huh.
They're famous for this. And took this, I think the console box was $70-something to buy, and then the handheld one was $50. And then he bought all of them, slapped his name on it, and doubled the price on both of them, and now he's selling them as Soulja Boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a thing.
So what does $1,000 actually get you then?
Well, you can just do nothing with it. You just throw emulators on there. So if you go onto the internet, onto sketchy websites, and you download ROMs of video games and stuff, you can just load them onto this thing. So you cannot get he's not going to have any Soulja Boy exclusive games. He's not getting whatever the next GTA game on this system exclusively, or whatever. You're not gonna see any of that.
Special licensing.
Yeah, I don't think any of that's gonna happen.
Actually, we know that's.
We know it's not gonna happen. Yeah, we know that's not gonna happen.
Matter of fact, but the system's not gonna happen.
Yeah, if you're into wasting your money on stupid stuff. And
on the pipe dreams of a drug-addled rapper who's washed out?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll buy an experimental piece of garbage. Why not?
Yeah.
I only have to pay $700 for it?
Oh, dude. That kind of makes me want to buy one and have us, test it out on the shop. But I don't really want to waste my money. I kind of just want to get the Chinese version that's half the price. So this is what it is.
This is what Soulja Boy made, except China did it better first.
Yes.
So
now there's that. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, well, that sounds pretty dreadful.
Pretty dreadful. Aside from that news, dudes, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for a bunch of cool stuff to happen. The Game Awards are coming on tomorrow. So the people that are listening to this already know what happened at the Game Awards. Yeah. They already know. Yeah.
Right. So it already happened.
Yeah.
You guys are just listening to us talk about the Game Awards coming out tomorrow, which has already happened.
Yeah, it already happened.
Then let's talk about the merger.
The merger?
You clowns. The X-Men and Deadpool Fox Marvel merger.
Oh,
did you guys not hear about real? It happened.
It actually went through?
It's a $71 billion merger, you guys.
What?
Or something like that.
Yeah, I knew that they were...
The price on it was stupid.
I knew that they were going to get together, but I didn't know how soon all the paperwork was going to be done.
Dude, it is happening.
It is happening.
If it hasn't officially occurred where handshakes and signs and everything like that, it's there, basically.
Yeah.
It's at that point.
Basically.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So next year, I anticipate we may see our first installment of a very different looking Marvel film.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, let's be honest. It's going to be exactly another Marvel film, but it's going to have more characters.
More characters,
which won't really matter because it's going to be just like a Marvel film.
Yeah.
But at least it'll be more interesting. Because they're all the damn same.
So what?
It's a Disney princess movie with superheroes now. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool. But I'm over it. I want to see these people struggle with internal problems. Not just, we know that guy's bad. Deal with, I want to see the superhero, struggle with his own identity type stuff.
Isn't that kind of what Iron Man is doing?
No.
Or has been doing? Yeah, he's been struggling with his own internal shit.
Has he?
Yeah.
When?
Being afraid of losing everybody.
Yeah, he has
when
PTSD.
That's been happening
about flying into space and
yeah. Ever since the first Avengers. I
did watch Spider-Man again recently, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a pretty good movie. And what was funny was Andy wanted to watch all of the Spider-Man movies because he's 3, and he is like, oh, cool, there are 6 Spider-Man movies here. Let's watch all of them for 5 or 10 minutes and then flip them through.
And
yeah. So first we popped in the worst one, Spider-Man 3. We popped that one in.
Well, at least you got it out of the way.
Yeah, and it was only on for maybe 20 minutes, and I forgot how bad that movie was. The acting.
Yeah, it's really bad.
The graphics in it have come such a long way. We couldn't do anything about the special effects at the time. That's the best they could do. But the acting is just so cringeworthy. And then you pop in
some of James Franco's worst.
Yeah.
Acting.
Oh, dude! One scene that I forgot about was when they went to see Mary Jane at her performance in the theater, and Peter Parker's that's my girlfriend, to like this stranger that's sitting next to him who ignores him.
Yeah.
And then it just the camera just kind of moves up to the balcony seat, and then you see like the little like binoculars, and they come down, and this James Franco just kind of staring.
Wow.
It's really cheesy.
It's totally.
But granted, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's James Franco.
That's James Franco.
He's calling right now. He's got something to say.
Watch
No, he
Pineapple Express instead. That's what he said.
But you know, the director meant for it to be cheesy.
Well, he was wrong for that.
I mean, like, just like a superhero film
His creativity was wrong.
But the fact that they had like 3 villains throughout that whole thing wasn't his idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to make it better than that, but
not so much.
It was too much.
Dude, I think that like the new Goblin, like, yeah, he got more airtime than like Venom.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, I think the whole thing about Venom was like, he didn't know who Venom was, like, as a villain.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to do Venom because he like didn't have any kind of
Didn't
relationship
know how to represent him.
or like how exactly how to represent him.
Yeah, he didn't come about until like the 80s, I think.
Right.
Venom the character?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
like the rest of them came out in the 60s when things were first kind of going.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't until like the later stuff that you saw like Venom and Carnage and all that.
The idea of symbiotic
That's right.
foes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I love
for sure.
I love the way they did that in that Venom movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the it attaches itself to you and then it doesn't really just like sit on you like you can see it, you know, like that to me was awesome. Cause it like he doesn't have to put on a suit every time, you know, he's not like taking off something to be the person. It's just like Venom.
There.
You're like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But with this merger, they'll probably just be like, that Venom movie's going in the trash.
Let's give him a proper costume with a zipper.
Yeah. Let's hire someone that Disney approves of.
Yeah, exactly. See, I don't think they're going to keep any of the people that have been in the X-Men and any other films like that.
Oh man,
they're gonna recast all of that.
It's going to be
Tom Hardy's
probably
just did a one-off.
It'll be garbage if they do that to Deadpool, though.
They won't do that to Deadpool because I don't think Ryan Reynolds will stand for it.
No.
But he also won't be Deadpool much longer than 2 more films.
Technically, I think they're gonna keep Hardy, and dare I say it, Woody Harrelson. Mm-hmm. Woody Harrelson.
Which is still weird to me.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I didn't like about that movie.
At the very end,
being
end, like, I'm gonna bring some carnage.
No, he said. All he said. This is what he said. That was a shite way to end a movie.
That was dumb. Yeah.
All he said was, "There's gonna be carnage." How do you even know that? Are you Carnage now?
No.
You shouldn't have even said that. You know that pissed me off. Do you know you're gonna be Carnage? You don't, do you?
No.
Do you have a symbiote on you now? No. Why did they even do that? That makes me so mad.
I think they meant to do it to like
foreshadow who's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For the next movie, but primarily for the audiences that don't know who Carnage is or even what the superhero universe is.
They still don't.
Well, yeah.
They know that who he might be is some lunatic in a cell with funny looking hair.
Yeah.
And way older than he should be.
Yep.
That's about all they know about him.
At the end of the next Spider-Man movie, there's gonna be a dude that says, "There's gonna be some octopus."
Yeah, right.
Some very smart octopi.
Yeah,
maybe one with a PhD.
There's gonna be some Dr. Octopus. You know, that just. I seen that and I was like, at first I'm like, oh man, what are they showing us right now? There's gonna be some carnage.
Get out.
But you know what?
The whole movie good.
I don't know if the second film for Spider-Man is gonna be the six.
Sinister Six.
The Sinister Six. But I do know for a fact that
I know 2 villains that are gonna be in it.
Really?
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I do know for a fact that there are going to be Sinister Six in the Spider-Man universe.
That'll be sweet. That'll be really cool.
Is this going to be... Now, this Spider-Man film you're speaking about, this is the follow-up to... Homecoming.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, in one of the extra scenes, do you remember when Michael Keaton's Vulture went to jail and he met up with that other guy?
Yeah.
Who was that?
He had a tattoo on his neck.
He had a tattoo on his neck of a scorpion.
That's right.
Because it is Scorpion.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's mad at Spider-Man because he messed up his face when they were on that boat.
That's right.
Yeah, and they split in half, and they had to pull it back together, stuff. Yeah,
mess up his face.
Yeah, mess up his face. He got angry, and there are already pictures and stuff of Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like in full suit. The only thing that's not there is his helmet.
I was gonna say, how can he be that?
We'll have to see how they do that, but
right.
Yeah, there are like, grainy set pictures that people took. They're like, oh man, it's Jake Gyllenhaal and he's Mysterio.
It's all so clear to me.
Jake Gyllenhaal, dude, no way.
Who did Jamie Foxx play when he was in villain?
He was Electro.
That was weird what they did with him.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even watch all of that movie.
Yeah, neither did I, but I didn't like that.
I saw it like 5 times. But I also own it, so...
Yeah, I own it, and it hasn't come out of the shrink wrap yet. Yeah.
Wow. That is a Stumbo trait right there.
That is.
It is.
I'll buy this movie and
it'll
oh, hey, look, we bought
I'm going to buy all these Ninja Turtles and not...
yeah. Don't touch them.
Are you trying to unwrap
Don't
that?
even
Why?
look at it!
If you look at it too hard, it might come apart. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No,
sometimes.
I don't remember some of those Spider-Man installments as well, but I'm excited for this merger, you guys. I think
cool.
it's about time, honestly, because the X-Men need I'm sorry to all you folks at home that maybe don't know the whole story, but that Infinity Wars film was missing a lot of players.
It was, for sure. But who knows, they might have already added it.
They're going to slip them all in there now.
Yeah.
Where they didn't belong.
You know what they're going to do?
Oh, yeah, Wolverine was there now.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Well,
and Cyclops.
You know who else is associated, kind of, sort of, still, with Disney because of, Star Wars is George Lucas. And we know that George Lucas likes to do special editions. He's going to come out with special edition versions of all of these movies. And he's going to add in Wolverine and Cyclops in the background, and they're not gonna do anything important. They're just gonna stand there, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, Iron Man, what he said, go get him."
I'm mad too. Yeah.
Let's do this.
Thanos is bad.
Or they'll be just fighting off goons or whatever, and that's it. That's all they do.
You'll see them in the background.
Yeah, just fighting. Whatever.
They were here the whole time.
I pray not.
Yeah.
I mean, George Lucas, you sold everything. Leave it alone. Back off. Go home. Sit in your California beach house and don't do a damn thing.
You came out with 3 really great movies.
Now stop it.
And then you ruined them.
Yeah,
and then you ruined them.
And then you licensed everyone else to ruin the ruined ones.
Yes.
So you've done pretty much good and bad.
There are things. I'm all right with the new numbered movies, like episodes 7 and 8. Those are all right. A lot of people didn't like
9.
Yeah, a lot of people did not like 8.
Well,
I was good with it. I was okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Luke wouldn't do that.
No.
That kind of stuff.
No. I think that was cool. I think that was awesome. I was a big fan of that part.
Yeah, that
where Luke was like, screw this lightsaber.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Luke, the Mark Hammond, didn't like that.
Mark Hamill,
whatever.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
That guy,
he didn't like it. So he said that he didn't like it, and a whole bunch of fans followed suit. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
But as far as the whole movie, the only thing that really ticks me off is Rose and that stupid freaking mission they went on to that gambling planet.
We've got to go to a gambling planet, to waste time.
And find something that we won't find.
Is that Solo movie?
No,
this is like an actual
episode 8.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
Was it? So that's the one when Luke Skywalker makes his exit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What gambling planet did they go to? I don't know.
So here's the whole thing.
See,
right?
that movie was so good, I don't even remember it.
Basically, the rebels are being or what are they called now? The
First Order.
The First Order are being chased by the.
When Miguel wants to know what things are called, he turns to me and asks.
I can't remember what they are.
But you know them all too, so it's like
right. Well, okay, so I know the old ones, Rebels, and the Empire.
Yeah.
That's easy. These new ones, First Order and the Phoenix,
Second Wave.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Dumb. So, and
They're
that's
just
dumb.
names. They're all words.
That's silly.
Good guys.
The good guys are being chased by the bad guys in space.
Really?
Literally, that is...
This sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah, you could say that they're having a war amongst the stars.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But seriously, this is the movie.
Okay. Sorry.
The good guys are being chased
For the
by the bad
time.
guys.
Episode 8 for the 8th time.
But okay, they're tailgating them. They're just moving very slowly.
We're watching you.
Hey, we're right behind you.
You're not getting away.
We're right out of firing range, and we're not gonna send any bad guys to you. We're just gonna follow you.
Just gonna trail you. Wow.
And then, what's his name? Finn? Finn goes with Rose. Thanks.
What's his name?
Finn goes with Rose. Ugh. Rose.
Yeah.
To, find this guy that can, get onto the bad guy's ship and change something on it that'll make it terrible. It'll take the defenses down and they can actually attack them.
Oh, okay.
But they don't find that guy. In fact, they go to jail and they find some other guy. And they basically wasted their whole time there just doing nothing. They finally escape.
They find that Del Toro fella.
Yeah, Del Toro. This guy that
what is the actor's name?
Benicio del Toro?
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
he was in
guy.
the movie?
Yeah.
I don't even remember watching that movie.
That's how good it was.
Dude, It was so good. Now, it was mainly just that part, and then Luke having that moment of weakness where he's like, man, I should just kill Ben Solo before he becomes Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I should just kill him, just give him a good chop.
Yep.
And that's
what made...
Yeah. That's what made him a bad guy.
That's what made Ben Solo a bad guy.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren.
So he had a good reason.
Yeah.
I do like when bad guys have a good reason for being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the good guy that made them into the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember was
him milking that alien.
was at the part there. The young Darth Vader now is super upset, and he says, "Take him out!" And they shoot all these lasers at him. Nothing happens. All this crazy.
Oh yeah.
Then he goes down there on the planet. They have a long conversation. He tries to kill him. Nothing happens, and you see that Luke Skywalker is on a totally different planet, somewhere else, going.
Yeah.
And then he disappears. To me, that was the best part of the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely it was.
But that's it.
That's it, yeah.
No, I mean, that whole movie couldn't have happened other than that part. It just... that's all I remember.
If that part was the only thing
that's
in the movie...
Awesome
and it would have been an awesome movie.
Awesome. I tell you what.
A 10-minute clip of that. Amazing movie.
Well, because Laura Dern's whole part in that film, stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
stupid. You just needed to put her in there.
For sure.
Here's the other, like, really big part for me. Like, I liked the training with, like, Luke and Rey. That was cool.
Yeah.
The one part that...
Oh, and the Force, where they're talking without using their mouths.
Well, yeah. That was great, too. Yeah. One part where I was, like, kind of moved, almost. You know, dare I say, I almost shed a single tear, was when Yoda showed up. Because I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah,
and
was also
and it was
really
puppet
cool.
Yoda.
Yes.
Even CGI'd Yoda.
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
that was
Awesome.
cool.
That was super cool,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's about it.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about
So yeah, that was really cool. And then he was just burning all of those, like...
But you know what? That Yoda part was still at the end of the movie.
It was.
So...
Yeah. He burned all those books in that ancient Jedi temple, and Luke's like, "What are you doing?" And then Yoda's like, "I got it on my Kindle." But he's like,
Right.
"When's the last time you guys like read any of that stuff?" And then he's like, good point. Yeah.
Right.
What was that all supposed to be?
It was just like ancient text of
Jedi text?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like...
But you know what's cool?
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed this.
What's this?
But Finn is like taking care of Rose or whatever in the Millennium Falcon. And he goes and reaches for a blanket in a drawer. And he takes out the blanket. Guess what's under there?
What's under there?
The Jedi books. The Jedi books that Yoda burned.
I didn't even notice that.
You didn't notice that?
Come on,
I
continuity.
only watched it, like, I think twice.
I watched it twice.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was distracted and didn't see it.
Rose,
Probably.
Rose was the Asian girl,
It's a really
right?
small thing. Yeah.
I'm remembering now.
Yeah, she's not a good character.
No.
She got a lot of hate on Twitter, and people were like, man.
Jar Jar Binks Returns is what...
Basically,
Yeah, I'm not sure if she went off of Twitter after all of that or what, but people were ganging up on her. So,
right. Well,
so
so like...
I'm not for that, but...
It shouldn't be against the actress.
It should be against the people that wrote the script.
Yeah, it should be against the people that wrote the script. People, attack those people. Don't attack the actress.
Yes, people.
She was told what to do.
I guess don't really attack anity.
Well, yeah, don't attack anybody.
Attack the people that should be attacked. Not the people that you shouldn't attack.
Don't attack
Get
anybody.
violent, folks!
Don't attack anybody, please. We're not saying that. What we're saying is just don't attack
Don't attack anybody.
anybody.
Don't listen to this guy. He's
Don't
crazy.
listen to anybody. Like,
Your
do your own thing.
Your criticism lies with the film writers, producers, and those people,
Yes.
not with the talent that are directed. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why I say what I say, though, guys. You know, I'm not saying it to be a stick in the mud. I'm saying it because, you know, either these people's vision is very limited, or they know what everyone expects, or they know how little they can get away with.
Right.
I don't know what it is. But everyone seems to love it. Everyone seems to eat it up like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just holding their mouths open at the spigot, like, more, please. And I don't get
stuff.
it.
You know, dude, that's probably why we talk about video games so much on this channel. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's one medium where they put their all into it. They don't come out with, like, well, I don't want to say that, because some games, Call of Duty, they come out with every year, and they're like, da. Eat it! Call of Duty!
That's the perfect one. Dude.
Yeah. They do that all the time, but, like, then there are other games that are, like one of my, you know, more recent favorites, Persona. Like, they, like, with those...
Even from one installment to the next,
yeah, like,
it's a different game.
From 4 to 5, like, 4 was on the PS2, and it was, like, I can't even remember what year it was, but it was, like, in the mid-2000s, late 2000s. The next one came out in, like, over here... It came out in like 2017.
Whoa.
Like that was like almost, there's like almost a decade
10 or better years, yeah.
Yeah, like that went into work to do that, you know?
Right.
That kind of stuff is cool. Like Breath of the Wild, they took whatever, like 7 years to make that game.
Wow.
And that was super cool.
Yeah.
Taking your time is awesome.
And on this same note, it's what I like about you.
Okay.
Yes.
We can't sing too much of that.
But also the approach of the developers of the God of War games. Every time they finish one and it's released, they're already working on the next one.
Right.
There's no time goes by, you know, like it releases Wednesday, Thursday, they're already like, all right, number 3, what are we doing? You know, like they don't wait for, you know, the responses, the reception of it, you know, what people say, what the critics say, all this kind of stuff. They don't wait for another E3. They're just right into it. We need to be developing this next one right now.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? I think that's not that, but like what Travis was talking about before. Taking a longer time is better.
Yeah.
I think Bethesda is doing the right thing. Showing off, I mean, granted, you know, yes, Fallout 76 sucks. And the only reason why it sucks is because they didn't take their time. But the reason why they're not taking their time with that is because they're taking their time with Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, man, I didn't even think of that.
I think that Elder Scrolls 6... they're like really, really working on it, and they're going to continue to work on it for the next 2 to 3 years.
Because it's going
to be the tits when it comes out. It is going to be the best game out, dude. It is going to be Fallout 3 times 5. It's going to be Fallout 3. It's going to be Fallout 3. It's going to be Fallout 3 and Skyrim put together. They had sex, made a baby. Those babies had sex, and then boom.
Yeah.
That game.
It's 15 games in one. For anyone that's keeping track, this is going to be Fallout 3, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim 5. Because it's times 5.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm totally lost. Okay. Yeah. It's going to be good.
Go into this, though, Miguel.
Hopefully.
Like, what do you know about this?
So I don't really know anything other than they like released a tiny little snippet trailer at E3 this last year.
Yeah, just had the words.
It was literally like they showed like a mountain scene or whatever, and like the trees and stuff, and maybe a dragon flying. I don't know. I don't even think a dragon flying. I think it's just the land, and the title says Elder Scrolls 6. No title, just that.
Yeah.
Now, what worries me though is that Skyrim was just Skyrim.
Yeah.
It was not Elder Scrolls Skyrim.
Well, it was.
It was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's filed under.
It's Elder Scrolls 5.
It's filed under E.
Yeah.
It's filed under E in my video games because I put them in alphabetical order.
That's weird.
It's Elder Scrolls 5.
So the sixth one
will be the Elder Scrolls 6.
Right.
Whatever the name of it is.
But will it pick up right where... I mean, like, I don't...
Well, hopefully it does better.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a different country. It's a different part of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you realize that all the games
they're all separate.
Are all different parts of the world.
Yeah, there was the one in Oblivion.
They created.
Right.
Right.
When that was Oblivion.
Yeah.
But it was under the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Oblivion.
Umbrella. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I get the whole Elder Scrolls thing. I didn't know Skyrim. I thought Skyrim was just Skyrim.
No.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, Skyrim is an actual continent in the world.
Within
the Elder
Scrolls universe.
Yeah.
Right. Well, all right. Well, and I get that. Damn, I'm just excited. I want to see where that will go.
Yeah. I hope that they update their engine that they're using to make it.
Yeah.
And maybe make it a little less glitchy. you know, how those games.
Bethesda has issues like that.
Yeah, but they're still fun. They make up for it.
What else I would like to see from Bethesda is they make games that look amazing, right? They do, and also there's kind of like a hint of still kind of using old technology in a way, because you can kind of look closely at a surface in the game, and it still just looks like a 2D pattern pasted onto a 3D thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like rocks.
Kinda.
Or walls, yeah.
It's time to abandon that. It's time to,
that's the only thing. Like, you fix that, like, you tweak that a little bit.
Right.
And then continue to, expand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're...
I didn't even correlate, the rushed release of the latest Fallout with
it's all a game of
the development of the other side
cash,
of the Bethesda coin.
Yeah, they got to make some money to fund that stuff, which kind of sucks because you're gonna get some games that people don't like,
right?
To help fuel, the fire to make this game that everyone will like. And like right now, they're just getting they're being embarrassed, on the internet,
right?
And things about Fallout 76. The most recent thing is the collector's edition. Did you see that? The collector's edition came with like this nice, like cool looking bag, and then a lot of people.
And the bag is faulty.
Yeah, like the bag is just like the cheapest material.
No.
And they said like, we couldn't afford to do this, so we switched to this other material. Sorry for the inconvenience. Like all these people pre-ordered it for that, and then they got like stuff that.
Wasn't what they thought.
Yeah, so they're in a whole deep trouble, unfortunately.
That makes me sad because 2K games is being kind of, vilified in a way for their Borderlands 3 development. Like that's also kind of like on the rocks or iffy or whatever.
Yeah,
that bums me out, man. Bethesda makes two of the coolest game series I've ever played. It would suck to watch either one of those not do well.
Right.
And I was bummed when I heard that about Fallout. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer.
But I mean,
don't ruin Skyrim. Or
don't do it.
Elder Scrolls.
They kind of already did.
Yeah, they came out with that MMO that didn't do so well.
That just didn't do well at all.
I didn't see that going well anyway, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to release an MMO on a console? One, that's already kind of like you're trying to walk on your knees. You know? That's just as it is. I like wait until you've got more to work with. I feel like those MMOs are meant for stronger engines, stronger processors, and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, we'll have to see. We'll hopefully we get some good games coming out in the near future.
Yeah.
Take your time. I never get mad when like a game is delayed.
Yeah.
Well, I get kind of like, oh man, but then I'm like, oh man, they're making it that much better.
Doesn't it depend on who it is though, and what the game is? Mm-hmm. Because like when they delay like a Grand Theft Auto, it's like. Whoa, dude! They just forgot a bunch of stuff and they're just adding it right now. Like stuff like that. But when they delay a game that's like, you're excited for it. You've been reading about it. You look forward to it. But it's not like it's like a Zelda or a Grand Theft Auto or like a Mario game or something. It's just kind of like, who cares? Take as long as you want.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that, It probably means because it sucked so bad they had to go back.
We gotta make this game good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's bad.
I wonder if they just didn't do that to... Which one?
I don't know. There's like 11.
Dude, there's always... That's another one. Like I've never played one.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, that doesn't appeal to me at all.
I think like the second one and the fourth one. And what I mean by fourth one is Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag.
Oh, okay.
The pirate
that was
one.
the fourth one?
Yeah.
No, there was Brotherhood.
No, I don't mean the fourth game that released. I mean the fourth one as in the fourth...
Like number.
Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag.
This is Assassin's Creed 4.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never beaten one.
One of them, Odyssey, is
I mean I've never beaten any of the games.
Right. No, I beat the fourth. I beat the fourth one.
Black Flag?
Yes. I beat that one.
I like that one the most.
Me too.
There you go.
You're a pirate.
So that's the one to play if you want to play it.
I
think if you want to play something fun and enjoyable, and that lasts quite a bit, get some game time out of it. It's gonna be there a while. Yeah, Black Flag's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can play the other ones too, but unless you want to be extremely frustrated, maybe even lose your stuff and become upset, you can play those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only if you want to be upset.
Yeah. That segment was for everyone that voted for Assassin's Creed Odyssey as Game of the Year.
Yeah.
That's
Clowns.
That's for all you folks that are eating Fruit Loops for breakfast. You crazy kids.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Those Assassin's Creed games are cool though. I mean, you're missing out.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh well.
On, man. I mean.
Yeah, maybe. You know, right now I'm playing. Like I'm kind of going back and forth between Persona 3 and 4 because I actually started replaying 5 because I am a maniac, and I also let me tell you what else I did, folks.
The look on
He's like, oh
he's
my
just
gosh,
like, do you hear this guy?
this guy's crazy. Also, I get bored sometimes. I ended up... So, each of these games, 3, 4, and 5, 1 and 2 are kind of... They're kind of like their own separate
Freshman,
thing.
sophomore, yeah.
They're kind of like their own thing. And then they kind of came into, like, their own with 3. And then 3, 4, and 5 are, like, you know, the trilogy of the ones that you should play.
Yeah.
I watched the anime for 4. Or, I'm sorry, 3, rather. I watched the anime for 3, which is broken up into 4 movies. And it was amazing. And I kind of was like, man, I should have played through the game first. I started watching 4's anime, and I was like, no, I've got to play. I got to play the game through first. I can't do this again. But, yeah, over the past week, I watched the one for 3. And I nerd recommend... that storyline in general, whether you play it, you can play it on PS2, PS3, PSP, PS Vita, all of those things, or you can watch these movies that are on Amazon. And the movies, the animation is super cool. Like, it's really well drawn and everything, and the story's awesome. You can definitely see some of the things that, like, okay, I learned this from, like, the creators, like, I learned this from Persona 3, let's carry this into Persona 4, and take both of those and carry them into Persona 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I appreciate that about Japanese developers.
Gross, man. That's all I ask.
They think about everything they've done up until the point where they want to do a new thing. You know, like within a series even.
Yeah.
Like, what has this series been like up to this point? Yeah. Okay, we like that, we like this, we like that, we don't like all these other things. Let's, you know, they do it right. Anyway, some of these other people, man,
they just cookie cutter.
Well, almost like 2K. Like, I love the Borderlands series. I love it. It's amazing. They're just struggling to diversify it to the point where it keeps you interested, where it's not just the same run and gun, you know, complete missions, gain XP, level up, kind of just to infinitum kind of thing. Like,
right.
I'm, you know, everyone's over that. Make this thing exciting, you know, get us into it, whatever like that, you know. It's something about Japanese developers, like, know how to pull even just little, like, nuances of a game, you know, out of the background that draw you in more than the great shiny details that, like, they're sure are gonna attract you to it, you know. Like, I love that, man.
On the drive over, I was thinking about, like, what I just said a second ago, and kind of that, like what you were saying too, and I was thinking about Persona 5. Like, I just booted it back up, and I was thinking about, like, the dungeon system that's in the 3rd game, and then the dungeon system in the 4th game, and it's almost like it's like what we played on the show. Is kind of, like, it's similar to Persona 4.
Yeah.
But it's like they actually designed things instead of making it, like, randomly generated stuff. Like, they actually put, like, really, like, a lot of work and detail to it. So it's like Persona 4 enhanced. But if you want to grind and level up, there's, like, a whole separate thing in the subway system called Mementos. and that's exactly like Persona 3. So it's like they took basically all of the game of Persona 3, and that's like side quest stuff.
Oh wow.
In Persona 5. And then you also have this other, so it's like 2 games in one, basically.
Right.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that on the way here. I'm like, man, that's so cool that they just combined it and just made it really pretty and awesome. And that's like you said, that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see some more like Breath of the Wild type of stuff where it's like, these are the things that worked over the years, over the last several decades.
Right. You've got decades to draw
yeah,
right now.
Let's take all of these things and put them together.
Yeah.
That's another one. Breath of the Wild. There's an island, like in Breath of the Wild, that references a Game Boy game.
Whoa.
In the series. And it's like the entire island that Game Boy series, like that Game Boy game takes place on, Link's Awakening. That whole island is in the game.
What?
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there. It's totally different than in the game. You know, there aren't any people on it or anything. But it's there. Like the whole thing, you can sail to it if you get past the bad guys.
Kind of like Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Where they had at the end of the game?
It's at the end of the game after you beat Bowser.
Mario 64.
Like the
castle.
Yeah, the castle and like
you can run around
and everything.
The pictures.
You can jump into pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
That's the kind of stuff, man. Like that's taking,
See, but
small parts of the game.
Nintendo is Nintendo. Those developers, they do that really well too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And maybe it is just Japanese folks. I don't know if they're just not doing it at Sony as much. But
I don't know.
But I like that. I like when developers do that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they haven't forgotten about what made them successful in the first place.
Yeah.
And they're good about including that in the new thing that's sure to make to keep the success going.
Yeah.
And
that's awesome.
Let's bring this back to like how we got into this.
Yes.
Let's talk about Marvel movies.
Oh man. All right.
How many Marvel movies come out per year? How what if they took their time? Maybe took a year off.
Right.
Maybe took 2 years off. I would be okay with that.
And you know what? Star Wars, they're gonna take a year off.
Yeah, they said that because Solo was a Netflix movie from what I hear. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, well, okay. It's all right.
It was a Netflix movie quality wise.
I think just quality and story wise.
I think just
it wasn't
story-wise.
integral to.
No.
It was just kind of like, this is Han Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, this is how Han Solo became to be or whatever, and he was a pilot and he drove stuff. Speaking of driving, I have a great game that I'd like to recommend. Actually, nerds recommend.
Yeah.
It's called CSR Racing 2. I think it's a phone game.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's really good. It's like super good. I've been playing it because I gave up like movies and TV shows for Advent and stuff.
Okay.
And I need stuff, or like I need a game to like play, or just like something to do while I have my downtime at work. So I've been playing this like racing game.
On what?
On my phone.
Oh, on your phone.
Yeah. It's really cool, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? Actually, even speaking of cell phone games, I discovered it's not a cell phone game.
And you know what? We're out of time.
Dude.
So
wait a minute.
If you like us, hit us up on Instagram.
Hang on.
Hit us up on Twitter. And if you're on YouTube,
this won't stand, folks. I'm out of here.
leave a comment below.
Bye, cool.
Subscribe. Hit that like button. I
play cell phone games all day.
There are only 2 of us now.
Nerds out.
Bye.